Parthiban Kanavu, English translation by Anand Kannan, narrated by Sujata Anand. Book 2, Chapter 20, The Emperor's Court. After Marapan left, Ponnan headed back to the hut with a spring in his step. He was glad to have found a way to redirect Valli's anger. He told Valli of the conversation with Marapan, with some embellishments along the way. The effect on Valli was as he had expected. She was furious at Marapan. The nerve of the man! He dreams of marrying the princess and expects you to be his messenger. Why did you let him speak to you in this vein? If I were in your place, I would have thrown burning charcoal at him, she said. Do you think I was not upset? I was so angry that I tried to behead him with his own sword. The tree came in the way, said Ponnan. You are all talk. Your arms are not built to wield the sword, said Valli. I will show you, said Ponnan, and dragged her to the tree and showed her the mark of the sword on the tree. Valli's face lit up. Why did you have to take your anger out on the poor tree? You should have aimed straight at Marapan. All in good time, said Ponnan. The two debated how they should deal with Marapan. They agreed that they should warn the emperor of Marapan's morals, but could not think of a way to approach the emperor to bring up the topic. Valli said, You touched the emperor's feet and saluted him. Can't you now visit him to Urayur to bring up the topic? The Pallava soldiers at Urayur know that I was one of the conspirators. They won't let me into Urayur. If I request to meet the emperor, they will get especially suspicious and throw me in prison. So I should go instead. How will they let you meet the emperor, Valli? While they were talking in this vein, they heard hoofbeats outside. They heard a few people arrive in front of the hut. They went out wondering who it might be and were startled to see a few Pallava soldiers. The man who looked like their leader addressed Ponnan. Oarsmen, we have orders from the emperor to bring you back with us. If you accompany us with due respect, it will be easier, or we might have to handcuff you. Valli responded, Due respect? There is no shortage of respect here in the Choya country. From the way you speak, respect seems to be a rare commodity where you are from. Oh, you must be Valli, the loudmouth. The emperor asked us to bring you along as well. Of course, I want to see your emperor too. I want to suggest that he pack some respect from here to take back with him to Kanchi, said Valli. On the way, Ponnan and Valli saw that the streets of Urayur were decorated well for the emperor's visit. The last time they had seen such decorations was when King Parthiban went to war. They were talking along the following lines. How could the Choya people forget the past and welcome the man who killed our king? This is a disgrace. What would Queen Arulmozhi think if she comes to know of such festivities? They reached the new palace built for the emperor. The grandeur and the artwork stunned them. They also angered them. An outsider is creating such a fuss where a rightful Choya heir should be ruling from, they thought. They marched to a room in the palace. They could hear a few voices from the adjacent hall. They could hear a commanding voice of a man and a sweet female voice. There were also a weak male voice. Ponnan was surprised that the third voice sounded like Marapan's. Ponnan and Valli guessed that they had been summoned for questioning and that they would be accused of conspiracy against the throne. On the way, they had agreed that they needed to redeem themselves after Ponnan's disgraceful act of touching the emperor's feet. They had decided that they should speak courageously when the charges were brought up. Upon hearing Marapan's weak voice, they felt that their theory as to why they were summoned was proven right. Valli whispered something in Ponnan's ear. While she was talking, a voice commanded, Get that oarsman to the court. Ponnan and Valli entered the adjacent hall and saw that the Pallava emperor was seated at a magnificent throne adorned with gems. Princess Kundavi was standing beside him. Marapan was standing in front of them, looking deflated. They were not able to meet the eyes of the emperor. The emperor's aura commanded instant respect and awe. The emperor said in a booming voice, "So, this is the man. He is the same one who acted all obedient at the pier the other day. This is what it has come to. Even both men dare to conspire against the Pallava Empire." Ponnan and Valli lost their nerve. Their heartbeats quickened. It was hard to believe the contrast between the kindness the emperor showed at the pier and the fiery greeting here. The emperor resumed, "We will get to your behavior later. Oarsmen, don't stand there with bowed head. Who instigated Vikraman to revolt against the empire? Look at me and answer the question." Ponnan quickly looked up to meet the emperor's eyes and said, "Your Majesty, it was this man standing in front of you, Marapa Bhupati." End of chapter 20.